Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Huskers will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches?
Off he goes. Got room to work. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a catch and run for 6.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. In the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he's going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cornhuskers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. It is great to have a tight end that can do it all and one that can get downfield and make a play.
And I like matching and mixing and matching up the play fake on play action with this tight end because it just gives him a little more time to work his route down the field. Nice play call there by the coordinator.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the run, it's Pierce. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On third down, going up top. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not rested on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quick completion on the out route. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
Balls are fired complete. There's a live football. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Nebraska. The defense with the scoop and score. This time it's finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's the handoff. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got it in the middle. It's Linderbaum. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why we've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to run it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Pushed a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of the game, now setting up for it.
And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They want to run it left here. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Got him downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Good completion on the out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Catch in the middle, it's Snyder. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Catch in the middle, it's Snyder. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down.
Just steamrolling his way through. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Gonna run it. It's Pierce. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
On third down, he drops to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Cornhuskers are on the move. He's looking to throw it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun. He's going to throw deep right side. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. We've reached the a 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He would not be denied. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense is another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Northern Illinois. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Going up top on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They get him down after he makes the catch. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A strike downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Pierce. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete on the right side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go!
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Pierce. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock.
It's now 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
That makes the score Ohio State.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Plows through the defense. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. One more snap coming before halftime. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. He tries to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Myers. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Huskers want to move quickly.
Out of bounds after 44. And a 1st down for the offense.
Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll run it from the gun. Open space at the 25. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
It's caught. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Good right down the boulevard. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the ground with the back. Thrust that arm out. Just plowing ahead. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Right back to the well. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying play action. Trying to get to him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw on that blitz, they had no shot of blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
This is a 3rd and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run that's not working. But it's those runs right there that the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit time.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unleashes one deep.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. Couldn't bat it down. made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Second down coming up. On the run, it's Pierce. He breaks a tackle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On second down, he'll let it fly. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got an open man.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Running behind that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play. He leaves it with the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Got his man downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husker! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. My guys roll that offense back out there. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Did get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And full extension down the right side for the grab. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Floats it out in space. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to get in the end zone again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his man. It's Roach. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete downfield. Boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. On fourth down, going to the air. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
First down for the offense. The attempt through the air is incomplete. It leads to second down.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
Brings up second down.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
At the 45 on his way. Running toward the tape. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And they add another touchdown late. Listen, this game's over. We all know that, but they're running the football. It's your job offensively to play physical and try to get the stop late. Make sure they don't continue to get the result.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.